Couldn't sleep, so got up and did some abs, and then after that, next thing I know, it's fucking almost light out. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just gonna go and get triceps over with, so I can go and get back to doing yard work and shit like that before it starts like actually snowing and accumulating, because we've had like 3 snowfalls so far, but you know, nothing came of it. And also, I want to shave off my fucking mustache today. I'm so sick of it. Everyone tells me, oh, just trim it. Nah, the thing's going because it grows so fucking fast. Because I wanted to be just like my dad when I was a stupid kid. Oh. Oh. This will be my last set of dips. Doing extra sets because I'm just sick of doing lightweight. I need bigger dumbbells. Somebody gift me cement dumbbells above 50 pounds. Please. Please. heavy. It's like 200 something pounds. Alright, camera change. Alright, so now we're gonna go and do some skull crushers. But we're not laying down. But still, you can crush your skull. Ugh. This is more of a shoulder workout, but I like to do it. To start off this part. It depends. Ow! I shot myself in the back of the head. Cut that part out. Or CGI it. Okay. If you haven't noticed, I've gotten right down to business, and that's because I had a long thought process with my my PR agent, and I, need to say the truth. I need to say whatever the fuck I want, but this is a bodybuilding channel. If I want to go and talk politics or just, call people, ass clowns and dickheads and fucking awfuls, I can't do that without just scaring part of my audience away. It just is what it is. I can't say such negative things that I am only frustrated because people are delusional. I don't actually, cut off friendships or ruin people's lives or go above and beyond like a regular Karen. So I don't want to be responsible for someone doing something awful, whether to me, to some other YouTuber, anyone in this world. I don't want to be literally, technically it means I'm winning, but at the end of the day, I don't really want to be the reason why someone can't sleep at night. I don't want to be, living in someone's head rent-free like that. I'm not some professional entertainer where this is all just an act. This is me. I don't want to go and actually cause someone to do self-harm or anything like that. So, long story short, I got to keep my comments to myself. Like I've been told by my father probably over 1,000,000 times, but never listened ever. And I probably never will if I got enough testosterone in me. But I'm going to do the best I can from now on. I'm just going to get back to just lifting. So this became an entertainment show. This needs to now be back to what I want it to be and all I want it to be, which is just me getting fucking jacked and laundry. Alright. Since I talked through that, also, I'm a very passionate man. So, if I get upset about something, I start talking about something, I need to be heard. Because I'm a writer and a poet. Alright.
Oh yeah, by the way, John Bravo, your content sucks again. All you have to do is read the title. That's it. Officer Tatum, you're starting to do some of the same shit too. I gotta start out this way. At least stick to the script like Matt Walsh does if you're going to be political and talk about world issues. Don't just say the gotcha in the title and then don't, like, see, your issue, Officer Tatum, is the fact that you say something blatant like boom, this is happening, and then you watch your video and then it's still up in the air. It's not a definite. But you reel people in. That's called grifting. And false advertising. And if you keep fucking doing it, I'm going to start reporting your shit. Because I'm kind of getting sick of it. And I'm a huge fan of yours. But you're kind of... I don't know if it's because you have so many fucking racist other black people that are like, hey, brother. You ever heard the skit by Eddie Murphy? Probably not, because you haven't heard probably most of the classic greatest works of art in the world, or seen, experienced. But yeah, he has a joke about a fight in a nightclub. I'm not even going to try to go and recreate it, because he even has a joke about people recreating his jokes in front of their friends, and they're like, and then he said goonie goo goo. And the guy's like, yeah, that's some real funny shit. But yeah, but really he made a whole joke about how he ended up getting into a fight because, like, he did the whole, like, you know, I'm a tough motherfucker, you wanna fuck with me, you wanna fuck with me, you wanna fuck with me? Like you raise your voice up to a higher octave, and then you start fucking just swearing and crazy, start like looking around with your eyes bulging like you're about to go crazy and snap on this motherfucker. And normally they don't do shit, but instead in this situation the guy was like, come on. So, you know, of course, you know, so I punched the dude right in the head, and then, you know, and then when I punched that dude, his friend saw, you know, one black dude punching on a white dude, and then those white dudes start jumping in, and then all these black people saw all these white people jumping a bunch of black dudes, and then so the white people jumped in, and they start fucking them up, and they said, you know, you need to stop fucking up our club. We saw you laughing at us dancing. We saw you laughing at us dancing. And then at the end of it all, everyone sued me. And then I was like, come on, we're supposed to be brothers. Brothers is brothers. I'm trying to get paid. And, you know, that's just more dialogue that should be allowed to be said without stupid, ignorant fucks getting offended. Because it's literally part of art. It's part of dialogue, part of script. If I was an actor and it was on the page, I'd be forced to fucking say it. Okay, anyways. So, yeah. That was that perfect example. Because y'all motherfuckers are out for yourselves. You're just trying to get paid. And now that women act like that, which is how disgusting men acted, which women hated for the first 10 years of my life, and men were the worst and were pigs, and they had to learn how to be like proper gentlemen and civilized, because women were delicate flowers and they smelt good and they were adorable and wore makeup and showered twice a day or more and had at least 2 outfits a day and literally were just princesses. Every girl, that was the standard. And then now, you'd be surprised if they brush their teeth. It's fucking awful. And then you wonder why there's this whole fucking epidemic with, like, like why the whole questioning thing came into practice is because it's like, how do I, like, when girls come out, it's like my dad left my mom because my sister turned out to be a man in a woman's body. A disgusting fat pig in a woman's body. And she had everything going for her. She had full genetics like my mom and me. So to be one of the most attractive women possible, like she had the possibilities. She was very pretty because she looked like me, but you know, with girl features as a female, you know. So she was good looking and everything. Because obviously if I'm good looking and she looks just like me, then she is too. So that's what I go by. Otherwise, she is so fucking gross. I have not looked at her in the face in fucking 20 years. 20 years I haven't looked at motherfucking fat pig in the face. Because she had all the potential in the world to marry some fucking rich fucking king. Not king, but, you know, obviously they would become king and queen if they got married. And, you know, the parents were gone or whatever, or if they were stepping down like they should because, you know, dementia. What the fuck? Why did the queen stay as the queen for that long? Because the monarchy? That was all stupid. Like, I guarantee you, like, she was making appearances for the last, like, 10 years, 20 years of her life. Anyways, and now her husband has cancer, who, according to the Crown, is just a gay man with an agreement with her, which didn't Princess Diana go to Studio 54, the area of literal AIDS in New York City? Why the place ended up becoming desolate? Not because the fact that they were actually, like, the guy who ran it was doing a lot of illegal shit. And, yeah, I can't even, you gotta watch the documentary. It's actually pretty great, and I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, the guy was doing some fucked up shit because he was like the king. He decided who could come into the hottest club in the fucking world when everyone that wanted to come in were the most important people in the fucking world. Like Princess Diana, for example, or fucking just at that time, Eddie Murphy, for example. Fucking everyone in the 80s. That was the spot. So if you were the boss of them, and then, it was his name, Artie or something, or Marty. It was Marty, I think. And he literally would be like, I don't like your 5 o'clock shadow. Go home, shave, maybe you can make it back in line and I'll let you in. And he would do that on the line and pick people apart. So he not only ran the show, he judged everyone. And then went and sat up in his box and did a whole shit ton of coke with the most famous people in the fucking world. And just lived it up for a good decade. And then AIDS was an epidemic. And then when they were looking into every fucking horrific thing that happened in the party scene, yeah, he had money hidden in like the ceiling, and he was robbing that place blind, and was doing a lot of illegal weird shit behind the scenes. A lot of weird shit. Watch the documentary. It's fucking great. All right, I talked through my cool down period. So, all right, start off with 40 and then do another set of 30s. This is how my original videos were, but I didn't talk the whole time. I just sat around and caught my breath and had you listen to either underground rap or an episode of The Sopranos or that's pretty much it. Oh, Narcos. Narcotraficante. Which America went and identified them as communists so that they could go after them. which was Reagan's. I already talked about all this. Just watch Narcos and you'll learn actual history. By the way, Narcos is the only piece of footage on anywhere online that doesn't have any bias. There are YouTubers that are, constantly posting truthful shit, but still, they're doing it because the biases of the fact that the original was incorrect. So they have their own biases. But Narcos was the closest reenactment of history from 1975 or 76 to like the 2000s almost. It covers all of that. Because, yeah, it's fucking insane. That is the best fucking show. Not in the world, but for one, it's the #1 Spanish-speaking show ever. I learned a lot. I've learned a lot of Spanish and continue to learn a lot of Spanish by just watching episodes that I've seen like 8 or 9 times and knowing exactly what they're saying, and then just turning off the subtitles. So naturally, you're just like, oh, okay, he's saying this because I know what he's saying, and I just have to match it up. It's better because when you try to go and look at an English word and then match it up with the sound of a Spanish word, it doesn't really work. I've tried it. I watched the series fucking 6 times with fucking subtitles, so. And I didn't start learning Spanish until I started watching the episodes that I knew word for word. And then was able to just be like, okay, he's saying this like this, and I know exactly what he's saying, so that's how you say that. Yeah. So, plata or plomo? Gaviria Escobar. I am Pablo Escobar Gaviria. Oh shit, I was supposed to do 30s right after I started fucking talking. Shut up, Andrew. Shut the fuck up, Andrew. Okay. Andrew, okay. If I hit my head, it's karma. But yeah, Narcos and Narcos Mexico is the only documentaries you can actually watch that are probably truthful. And it's a show, reenactment, but there, is a lot of documentary scenes where they explain everything that actually really happened in America, the cause and effect for everything that really happened behind the corrupt governments. Talks about everything. Like the fact that they didn't give a fuck about cocaine in America because all the rich and powerful were doing it just to, get back and forth to the stocks every day. It was like their dream drug. And then they were already fucking with meth since World War II. So, because of the Germans. With their Periton. So yeah, we've been given autopilots fucking meth for fucking, I don't even know how long. I think they're still doing it, I'm pretty sure. Probably just all like the ones where they have to actually go super far distances. Like across the world. And then back. Or all the way around the world, which is the same thing. Which, oh my god, I can't believe that Amelia Earhart, literally died because of her own arrogance. And because of the arrogance of her being a female and the ship captain not wanting her to succeed. That was supposed to be her, like her navigation. And, instead of like going out of his way to try to like find her, because one of her antennas, which was the one that was the main one to communicate, broke off when taking off. Or no, when it was half broken when she crashed the day before trying to take off, which is like, why are you trying to fly if you just crashed trying to get off the ground? You're a failure. And she also did all this without her lead male pilot. And if he was there, she wouldn't have died. He was there, he would have completed the journey like they already did. But she was a girl and she wanted to do it her fucking self. So because she thought she was so fucking fancy, she went and rushed everything and thought she was so fucking powerful. She even reached out to the President of the United States. I think it was Roosevelt at that time. And like was like, hey, I want to do this now. And blah, blah, blah. And then because at first he's just like, the fuck is this bitch? And then he saw, you know, the fact that it's literally all over the newspapers because she's like, you know, the first woman to ever do anything like this, period. Never mind, just like the first woman to wear pants, you know. So literally, he granted her access even though the weather was bad and shit and all that. And like, she literally picked the worst day to do that and did not prepare, did not get to know any of the people that were literally controlling her life, had her life in their hands. They just kind of just let her run out of petrol in the air and she crashed in the sea. just looping around where she should have landed. Like, multiple times, just circling where she should land. And no one reaching out saying, hey, here we are. Because they're all like, this stupid bitch must fail. Women shouldn't have rights. And that way of thinking was fucking terrible. But karma's a bitch. And back then, she thought she was like the fucking shit. She insulted like so many powerful men, like to their faces in front of the media to like to raise attention and to push women's rights. Which what ended up fucking happening with that, other than negativity in the world? I mean, you ruined fucking Star Wars. Fucking ruined Star Wars. Ruined fucking Marvel. Marvel, one of the greatest fucking creations ever. And fucking women ruined it. Now I can say that. Women ruined Star Wars and Marvel. You fucking ruined it. You ruined the Predator. What else have you fucking ruined? Anything that you had your fucking hands on. Literally. Name me one good franchise director that's, you know, female and made even a halfway decent film. You can't. You can't. And that's got nothing against women. It's just, it was that fucked up logic that we're going to lower the standards of our multi-billion-dollar films just so that we could have females and people of color in it. Even though the reason why they're not there is because they never fucking earned it. Seriously, like everyone's like, what? Like, who did you, like, again, this, I will never speak of this ever again, but I constantly get asked, did you vote? And I go, yeah, of course I fucking did. You think I was gonna let that fucking lunatic in the White House? The fuck? Seriously, we would be in World War III. Like, World War III is among us, but We would already be in it. Already. Except for we would have, ow, karma. Except for we would literally have no power like we do now. None. Right now, we have the most power ever. And that's why the world is saving itself, because it's like, seriously, like, I remember, like, way back in the day, even with the Clintons, I'm like, Clinton isn't a good man. He's like kind of like a patsy. If like he's gonna go up to like, and then Bush, that short motherfucker, both of them. Bush Senior was a crackhead. That's why he seems so frail and shook so much. It's not because of anything other than crack cocaine and methamphetamines. I remember my mom crying in his funeral because it was very, very well done. And I'm like, you do realize he's a war criminal, a fucking treasonous crackhead, literally, and would, like, he was on the news when he brought up the fact that Colombians were bringing in cocaine and that they were turning it into crack and it was killing people, and he held up the big bag of crack on TV. He smoked that whole fucking bag. That's a fact. That's why it's in that fucking documentary, show, whatever. That movie quality show back when there was those. Now there isn't, unless you're, you know, working with Danny McBride. Only if you're working with the Danny McBride crew. Jody Hill, David Gordon Green. If you're working with them, you're still making art. If you do any type of anything with anyone else, it's shit. Just shit. Like, one of my favorite games ever was Borderlands 2. You know what game I'll never fucking probably play again? Borderlands. You know why? You know why. Just hit an hour. And after I say all this, I am never opening my mouth about dickheads, fucking dickheads, and ass clowns, and awfuls, or communists, ever again. And if I do, hopefully the director will shut me the fuck up. Or finally my producer will edit it out. Even though how many times I've said cut this part out and it just doesn't happen. I guess I just don't do it. But yeah, so enough of that. This is a bodybuilding channel. I'm your presenter, and that's all I'm going to be. Not your fucking political coach, not your life coach. Just someone that works out every day and films it. Period. Okay? Okay, that's it. It's kind of like regular workouts where after you get that blood pumping, you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I ripped my muscle, and then you go back. This is kind of like that right now. Already wore out my triceps, and they already have relaxed by me talking shit for a good, like, 20-something minutes. Yeah, talking to you. Talking to you, Pinky. And by the way, I'm doing this is because you don't want to let your shoulders or your arms go below your heart. Because you want to keep your blood up here. Up here. Up here. That's what they say about every head injury. Don't fucking lay down because you don't want your head below your heart. Oh, because it can fill it full of blood and literally like implode. Tricep kickbacks. Nailed it. Can't believe I called them reverse curls twice. The first time I said it and didn't even think about it. Till like the next day, and I'm like, shit! And I had to correct it in the comments. Ugh. Ugh. Whew. Fuck, that is a good workout. I don't think any tricep workout isolates the tricep as much as this does, except for maybe like tricep cable pull down flares, where you take like the two cables and you go and you bring it down and go out like this, hit the bottom. It's like a rope. You go like that. It's like pretty much the same thing almost. I can't believe that I'm sweating my ass off because of how angry, like, these, like, disturbing the peace motherfuckers are everywhere. They make me so fucking angry. It's like, fucking stop disturbing the peace, stop being uncivilized, and get the fuck out of our country. Period. You want to burn our flag and carry around another flag, go back to wherever that flag is. Period. Ah! Ah! Focus. Focus. Come on, bitch. Oh. 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 Our triceps are 2/3 of the arm, so stop thinking about other people and focus. Do as I say, not as I do. Whew. Okay, yeah, see? That's what happens when you focus and you Oh. All right. Well, this was bodybuilding by Holobic. I can be braggadocious, you know. It was a long time ago, you know, since I become such braggadocious. Such a braggadocious person. My muscles are sore. Okay. Once again, this is Bodybuilding by Holobic, and I'll see you next time.